Hello everybody, back here again for our vlog a day. Today is Tuesday the 15th, and today was a lovely, beautiful day to be alive. Got up this morning fairly early-ish, got the dogs out. Ended up with an extra dog last night, or a dog a day early, I guess. The dog's supposed to get dropped off this morning about 9:30. They asked to drop it off at like 7 a.m. and they asked to get drop off late last night, which we did, and it went all right. It wasn't horrible, but it was one of those things where it was pretty late, so getting the dog settled back in, and they forgot the dog bed, so I said, we'll drop the dog bed off later, and I said, blah, blah, whatever. So at like 7 a.m. I was out checking, and there was no dog bed there, and I'm like, well, that's weird. They must not remember to drop it off, no big deal. And then, I don't know, by 7:30, I got a text saying the fact that I think it was about 7:15 maybe, I got a text saying they dropped the dog's bed off, whatever, yada yada, they're gonna drop at the door, which I was like, oh look, they're dropping it off only. So, but there would have been more. They were running way behind, and they just dropped the dog bed off the door of the garage, and it's all good to go. Dogs are outside, so nobody barked at the window or nothing, so they didn't wake my wife up, which was good. But they would have had that much more to deal with getting the dog around and getting all that stuff together. So still worked out better for them, but dropping it off last night just made for us a little bit of an issue. But trying to make sure the dog didn't get up on the bed was the big thing, because I didn't want the dog stepping on my wife's leg or whatever kind of thing. So we were a little bit concerned about it. So didn't get the greatest sleep. I've been thinking about the fact that my body's really been like revolting on me here lately. And I think what's going on is the fact that I'm so terrified I'm gonna roll over and like kick my wife's leg at night that I'm not getting any good sleep at all. So I think it's one of those things I'm dealing with that's kind of adding me a little extra lack of sleep. I don't get the best sleep anyway, but add that fear of harming my wife in the middle of the night, it's definitely cutting into my true relaxation and resting. So kind of noticing that, then you add that extra dog, and then I got to worry about him jumping up on the bed, causing her pain. It becomes a bigger issue as well too. So definitely a little bit added stress in my life there, which is always fun. So, but mom was back. I got her yesterday from the airport, so she had some stuff to get done and whatnot. And kind of chat with her, had a couple things around the yard, just kind of messed around the yard a little bit with the dogs. Had a crazy storm roll through, ridiculous storm. But got my wife set up, bring the dogs outside so they don't take a chance tripping her and whatnot. Got her all set up, her little office thing in the living room. We got her set up on the card table and whatnot. It's just kind of a really dumb little setup, but it works for her. So I mean, somewhat works for her. But I've been in and out, bringing her checks and stuff, and bringing out printed all the paper out the printers and all kinds of whatnot that needs to be done. So doing the best you can do from there, which is always kind of a pain in the tuchus, but it's at least better than not being able to work at all. So that's working out as best we can. Went ahead, decided to go for my run early because I have another dog coming, and I'm not sure how well they're going to, I guess, settle in is the best way to put it. The new dog coming, I've had a bunch. She's a little neurotic at times, and this other dog's, I don't know how it's going to react to her, so we'll see. But went ahead, got my run in, got back, decided to jump in the pool because I had about an hour before she got there, so I spent most of that time cleaning the pool, getting all the leaves and stuff out of it and all that good stuff. And I started floating around a little bit, and then I've been floating for about 12 minutes. I got the text, I'm on my way. They were dropping the dog off way early. I'm like, well, okay. So I was hoping to get 25 minutes of floating, but didn't. So, but even just walking around the pool, cleaning and stuff and whatnot, really helps to cool the body core temperature down a little bit, which is nice before I go get my shower. So I went ahead and basically said, hey, I'm just gonna drop the dog off, and have my mom meet at the door. We've done tons of drop-offs with them, so it's easy. So she dropped the dog off and left, and then the dog proceeded to throw up on a dog bed inside, and then proceeded to throw up on another dog bed inside, and then throw up on the patio outside. And I'm like, what the hell? She said that the dog didn't eat this morning, or something about her stomach is messed up or something. I can't remember what it was. She said, because my mom told me what she told her, and I don't know what they actually told her, so I don't remember what it was. But got out of the pool shortly after she left, just a couple minutes. I was getting, I thought, well, I gotta get a pool, let the dog, but I didn't want to like show up there in my wet ass clothes and try and dry off and get changed and stuff real quick before she dropped the dog off. So went ahead and let the dog out. They got along fine. It was kind of a little bit interesting, the first little like meet and greet of them. They kind of had a little bit of a standoff for a moment, but both got over it just fine. And then the little one, she ran all around the yard, peeing and everything, because she has to pee on at least 12 things when she first gets to my house every time in the backyard, just run the pees and everything. And then she chases lizards and lays down and does whatever she's gonna do for the rest of the day, but loves to pee on stuff. Hates outline. Like some days, like it's raining real hard, or I have other dogs there, I gotta wait to let her out. She gets so mad at me if I don't let her strut in the backyard to pee on stuff. She gets so mad. But it was kind of funny. But like she was here the day they were putting the concrete pad in, and she couldn't go outside. Man, she was pissy. She was so mad. But she is definitely grumpy, like self-indulged little dog. She's like, if she's outside and she wants to be inside, she starts barking a super high-pitched bark. Or if she's inside and wants to go outside, she barks a high-pitched bark, and she's so funny. But they're getting along good. So I went ahead and got there, hung out with them for a bit, figuring out what we were gonna do for dinner, time frame and stuff. Had a meet and greet at like scheduled for 6. So I was kind of lounging around, waiting around, and I told my wife and my mom, I said, hey, let's eat like 5:15. There'll be plenty of time to get our dinner in, and then the meet and greet at 6. We'll be all good to go. And then mom said the yellow rice and kielbasa was done early, so we wanted to. And then my wife ended up on the phone a bunch with doctors and the human resources and the workers' comp and all kinds of crap, trying to get her surgery scheduled. They're now claiming her date is like the 9th to 16th of next month. I was like, you gotta be shitting me. The doctor went from we need a surgery tomorrow stat, it's a very important to get this surgery done immediately, to now we're waiting 6 weeks. Makes no damn sense. Which the best part is, my assumption is after that 6 weeks, they put the pins in her knee, they wire it together, then it starts the 8-week recovery. I assume this 4 to 6 weeks doesn't count towards recovery because it's not actually held in place properly. So that's going to put her in a cast / spring or brace and stuff, whatever. And on the cruise, we got a cruise coming up end of October, so she's still going to be in that, which you always want to be on crutches on a cruise ship because that makes life easy. Such a pain that took us. But the one nice thing there, if we do put her in a wheelchair, it'll at least get us in front of the line of the boat. But that doesn't really benefit us because we pay extra. We buy the premium package that gets us on the front, to the front of the line anyway. So we like wait for, I don't know, 15, 20 minutes the most we ever wait to get on the ship. So it's not like we're waiting in line for 3 hours like we used to when we didn't pay the extra for the fancier stuff. But who the hell knows? It just, I'm trying to figure out how the doctor went from it's a very important, I get her in tomorrow, to now it's 6 weeks out, and all because they said it happened during work hours and it's workers' comp claim now instead of self-paying, which is, I guess it kind of reminds me back of my car wreck when the car hit me on a motorcycle. My regular doctor won't see me or nothing because I said it was during a car accident. I don't want to get drawn into court, and I'm like, I'm paying cash for you. I don't care. Like, I'll pay the things myself. Like, this person's poor. They have shitty insurance. So there's no money there. So I'm paying for all this shit out of my own damn pocket. So I asked my wife, I said, why do we live in a first world country and we have money if this is the shittiest service we can get? Because if I was poor with no insurance, we'll get the same goddamn service. Like, I'm willing to pay cash for the surgery, just get the shit done, And I'm like, she's like, well, it's $8,000 just up front. Who gives a shit? I was like, there's $30,000. Get the damn surgery. Get it done. If you want to worry about workers' comp later, well, I don't give a damn. Never see that money again. I don't give a damn. It was annoying as hell. So been dealing with that whole thing. So that was, ended up eating a little bit later. Got done with our meal. I texted people earlier today saying, hey, shoot me a text, let me know you're on your way, because I have to put their dogs up for the meet and greet and yada yada. And of course they don't do that, so I happen to just go out to look out the window. It's kind of gonna open the curtains. It was, I don't know, 18 minutes before the meet and greet. I figured, well, I'll open the curtains up and then see them pull in. And not only did I see them pull in, they're already in the driveway. They're out walking their dog in my yard to use the bathroom before they come in. I'm like, well, shit. So I rushed real quick, put the dogs out and whatnot, got ready to put up. My wife was still on crutches trying to get to the bedroom, so she wasn't getting jumped on by strangers' dogs and whatnot. Like, you gotta be kidding me. This is all so ridiculous. So went ahead, said hell, got her in there finally, went outside, talked to them for a little bit as I was making sure I got herself safely behind the locked closed door. So got that done. Dogs came in, and people just came off as really entitled, snobby ass people, and it was just, the dogs seemed fine, they weren't a good fit. So they're like talking about how they got like 4 other sitters, whatever already. They got a regular and they got 3 backups, and all 3 of them are busy and all 3 of them can't take. I'm like, I've never heard of that many dog sitters and that many dog watchers and stuff being that booked. And she goes, well, the ones 25% of the time they're not available. Our main one, whatever. And I'm like, either you're a pain in the ass, your dogs are a pain in the ass. And after meeting the dogs, I don't think it's them. I think it's you guys. Like they were just, I didn't think it was gonna be a good fit. So they said, we gotta check some other people and stuff. Said good, have a great day, and left it alone. And just kind of hoping they won't reach out to me. And if they do, I'm just gonna basically tell them, nope, booked up that time, go find someone else, kind of deal. So thought about telling them the truth. I just come off as a pompous asshole, and you guys come off as weird, but I'm afraid that they'll screenshot it and, you know, tell other people and stuff. I don't care to tell people, it's the whole proof that I actually said exactly what I said. But there's a part of me that wants to tell them anyway, because you suck, and I really wanted to make sure you don't ever reach out to me again. So I'll probably just block them on the app and say to hell with it and move on. That way they don't have to worry about it again. So, but yeah, we'll see what happens, and maybe I'll get lucky and they won't ever reach out again, and they'll find someone else that's closer to them or whatever. So, but yeah, it was kind of interesting. So got done with that. Had basically a couple of things get done around the house. Nothing major. Helped my wife figure out where she was going to spend the rest of the evening, and then I headed back outside with the dogs and started up a nice little cigar and watched it rain. And as it was funny, as they were getting here for the meet and greet, I think it was fine, and then it was pouring down rain, and I was like, yeah, I decided I really don't want to deal with you. So I kind of kicked them out. They'd been there long enough anyway in the meet and greet, and I kind of kicked them out. My mom's like, can't believe you set them out in the rain. I'm like, yeah, fuck them. I said, I'm not going to sit around here and talk to strangers, weirdos that I don't want to talk to, just because it's raining. That's on them. So they should have brought an umbrella, not my problem. So they went out, and the one dog, I guess, is super scared of rain and the thunderstorms, and it's all freaked out, so they had to carry it. And they got there, and they didn't unlock their truck, so they're struggling trying to put their dog in the thing and hold the dog while they're trying to unlock the truck. And it was just an interesting process, but definitely lots and lots of fun. But yeah, got done with that. Had myself a nice little cigar started. Asked my wife anything she needed. She said she wants my ice cream, so I got her a little bowl of ice cream. Headed back out, finished my cigar, and I was in that weird time frame where it was a short cigar and I started early. So I was like, yeah, I get time for the cigar, but it'll put me in bed late, or I can head in early and watch a little more TV with my wife. So I did that instead. So instead I headed in early and enjoyed a little more TV with my wife, and basically hung around there, got done watching the show, and I turned on a new stand-up I'd never heard before. And I always put on a stand-up when I go to sleep. It's kind of, I don't have to look at it, it's just stand-up. It's just like audio only, needed you on to see what they're doing on stage. So started, and the guy was funny, had some funny stuff. It was a brand new special just released on Netflix, but he was like scream yelling as he was like telling his comedy, and it just sounded like crazy, like that energy, like he would just scream yell like over a loud bar. I was like, I can't listen to this. I go to sleep. That's impossible. So I changed it over to Ralphie May, and I think Unruly was the series, the special. Great special. Ralphie was great. Way gone early. I was way too early. So much comedies he had left in him, but it is what it is. So that's all I got for now. Oh, I also heard, almost forgot, my lift is being installed at the mechanic shop to work on my Suburban. So it's hopefully they're gonna get it finished up tomorrow, and we can go from there. But I'm on my way. Definitely excited about that. So get that lift going, get my Bourbon up in the air, and start getting the AC in it. Hopefully my brakes get here soon. Get the brakes thrown on it, and then we will be rocking and rolling with a vehicle with AC. Hopefully just in time for it to cool down and not need AC. So anyway, that's all I got for right now. I will talk to you guys tomorrow. Have yourself a safe, wonderful day. Thanks for watching.